They said $15 billion is missing. No joke, no punchline, no reason, no hard crime, no prison, no jail time, no charges to be placed upon the hands that facilitated the sales crime. Hell, the inquiry commission discovered it was missing and didn't script a deadline. And for a few weeks removed, the news is mute, we can't even make the headlines. Riddle me this, if the promise of freedom was you and I, we will shine, yet when it comes to mealtime you're still mine, how am I supposed to smile, keep going and feel fine? 15. On the mutilated bodies of my ancestors that still sleep at Chimoyo and the lashed backs of my aunts in Chiazwa, the cursed nerve to mouth the words, listen, $15 billion is missing. 15. Perhaps it's not too big, is it? What could we do with it? So I got to listing. 15 things you can do with $15 billion in Zimbabwe. 1. Send 2 million primary students to school annually for the next 75 years. 2. Double the number of teachers and double their salaries and pay them monthly for the next 10 years. 3. Fully finance the warriors so they never have to travel across the world in a bus again or with only 11 players and a coach or be left at the mercy of temperamental yet benevolent tycoons. 4. Prepare for and host the next 6 or 7 Football World Cups successfully. 5. Fashion 10,000 polling stations. Finance each one for $30,000, making sure that no voter is turned away and there is no need to ferry anyone from rural areas to vote in the urban areas. And do it for the next 30 years. 6. Revamp our health system entirely. When your beloved goes into the ER, the odds should not immediately be staggered 50-50. Besides, would it not be nice if the hospitals were so good that our leaders would not need to go to an Asian country each time they felt a sneeze coming up? 7. Patch up the near-collapsing Kariba Dam, which stands to put 116 million people in the region at risk. Resecure it for another 100 years and still have $14.7 billion left. 8. $15 billion is $1 billion more than our GDP for last year. 9. Rebuild our decrepit transport system. Re-establish the Njanji from Limpopo to Zambezi and go beyond that. One up the fragile ghost of Cecil John Rhodes, undo his rape, build it backwards from Cairo to the Cape, except this time it is not in the interest of conquest, the imperial context, but merely to connect the continent, elevating it to the leveled footing in this enduring global contest. Number 10. Our national debt. Pay it off. All of it. 11. Establish a brand new data strategy. Half a dozen ID centers in all major cities, so Gogo doesn't have to be up at 4 in the morning to secure a place in line. The state of our national registry is in shambles, and the people suffer the weight thereof. 12. Buy 1 billion copies of my book, Mirage of Days Law. See, I felt that was silly when I wrote first. But it's a great read and it won't hurt. And maybe $15 billion is not too bad for my own work, and you know exactly where that money went, so you won't search. 13. The Zimbabwean population is what? Just under 15 million? We could give everyone $1,000 and still have some change left over. 14. Hire James Bond, Jack Bauer, the cast of The Expendables, Dora the Explorer, and whoever it may take to find the Tide Zamara, as we should. 15. Buy back the eviscerated soul and once majestic pride of a nation in much need of respite. Invest in our anti-corruption infrastructure. There is no reason why a cop should openly tell a mother and child how much it would cost them to get food on the black market. Why Alec Macheso should have to release his album at $1 a copy to shorthand Sean Timber. And no reason why $15 billion, or 15 million, or 15,000, or $15 should ever just be missing.